Newton turns and hands to Stewart. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Connor Barwin in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down, make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. On 4th down, Newton. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side. And he's got his receiver. That's Ginn for a Carolina touchdown. Ted Ginn, 33 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Wentz now on 1st down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now look at 56. Look at
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
To throw is Wentz. He was looking for Dorial Green-Beckham, and it's 4th and 4.
Thomas Davis's versatility was first on display in college. Played safety and linebacker there. Drafted in the NFL, they weren't sure what they wanted to do with him. He settled in and become a Pro Bowl outside linebacker. How about his coverage ability, though? Swatting down that pass.
And how about that last name?
I kind of like it.
You like it?
Yeah, I'm gonna show up at the family reunion whether they want me to or not.
Well, that's all right. I give it about a C+. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first-quarter lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. On first down, Wentz. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. And the tight end, Zach Ertz, is key in this offense as we get a look at the starters.
Comes out of the factory known as Stanford, which keeps putting out tight ends. Zach Ertz, one of the better ones we've seen in recent years.
Wentz will try again on second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll come out in the pistol. On first and 10, here's Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
K'Wan Short came out of Purdue as one of the top-rated defensive tackle prospects. Now he's one of the top-rated NFL players.
They come up in an offset eye. On the ground, the first carry for Ryan Matthews. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Let's expand on Ryan Matthews for a second. He has a couple 1,000-yard years in his back pocket. This season, 661. Did have a career-high 8 touchdowns, but where does he fit in to the Eagles' offense going forward?
That's going to be an interesting question that has to be answered by Philadelphia, by Doug Peterson, their head coach, because he was truly their lead running back until a fumble at Detroit. I think that changed things for him. A crucial one down the stretch. Philadelphia ended up losing the game. When he takes care of the football, he's a hard-hitting, aggressive inside runner who can set a tone for a team. But if he doesn't take care of the ball, that gives an opportunity for someone else to come in and become the lead runner for Philadelphia.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. It's a toss right, Ryan Matthews. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz from 3 yards out. And the Eagles are back within a score. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
And that one makes it 14-7. touchdown. It's Sturgis to send it away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. On 1st and 10, Newton. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
On 3rd and short, Tolbert. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up...
And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. They come out here in the eye. They'll try the air now with Newton. And that's off the mark, incomplete. The intended target that time was Jonathan Stewart. And it's 3rd and 4.
I remember growing up playing basketball. My coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screen's on, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they were able to react and knock the ball away.
Newton to his fullback, Tolbert. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely do they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a 1st down.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Stewart. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Stewart on 1st down. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Not an ideal spot to be on 1st down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm worried about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot down.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart taking it in. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. and they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now it's Barner. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Now a play fake here on first down. That is incomplete. All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no. I think Seattle. Starting to get near that maybe last run with their defense. But Earl Thomas returns. I like Seattle coming out of the NFC. How about you?
Well, I'm actually going to take a Dallas Cowboys NFC title run. I think that they came so close this year, probably most talented going into next year.
I like that one. Well, in the AFC, I'm going to go with a team that if they improve their defense and their quarterback stays healthy, they could be that team, the Oakland Raiders.
Okay, I'm going dark horse. Cleveland Browns. Let's go.
Hey, from worst to first.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out, and the Eagles have recovered. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they get their footwork involved, and that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
Left side, caught by Matthews. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Wentz now on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. A great read, and it's picked off. Carolina getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
The first down screen pass, good for 5. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Throwing is Newton. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
Watch it now, Barney.
One receiver left, two to the right.
Hurry up right now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Screen pass to Sproles. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And this is going to miss wide to the left for Sturgis. It's no good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
So many times during the course of the game, Brandon, the special teams actually helps out their offense. Not in this case. They did them 0 favors with that return.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. They come up in an offset eye. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. It's loose, the ball bouncing around, and it's going to go out of the back of the end zone, so that is going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They'll start the drive with a run by Stewart. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on 3rd down. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time. Newton to Benjamin. 52 yards. And now a 1st down following that long gain. Now a 10th carry for Jonathan Stewart. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. This is Stewart again. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Throwing now is Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. Looking for Green. Beckham, and it's intercepted. It's the safety, Kirk Coleman, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive. Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him. So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Stewart is the lone setback. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
13 yards there on the pickup, and that leads to a Philadelphia first.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now Wentz. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Forced out to his left. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
The veteran Brent Selleck, the one he was looking for, and that brings up 4th down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Panthers will get the football back. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. They come up in an offset eye. Another run for Stewart. He's been busy. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
He'll buy some time right. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, here's Newton. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Rolling to his right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. There he goes, left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2.
Detroit! Detroit!
Wentz going to look to throw. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a 1-score game. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. And this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Caught on the left side by Ginn. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. Throwing on third down, Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Another carry for the fullback, Tolbert. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Defense has to stand tall here, 3rd and 1. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive linemen, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
And caught left side, Olsen. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Watch left, tight end to the left,
Draw play, Newton to Stewart. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Newton's going to throw it. And the tight end, Dixon, left side. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. On 2nd down, they run with Stewart. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw. All right, let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offensive guys are always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Philly.